Hello guys, welcome back to the session. So guys, today's session we're going to see file pulling in web method. Okay, so how to implement a file pulling in web method? Let's start the demo. So very first log in your integration server, go to server and then we have a ports option. Okay, so by default port you can see 5560 999 5543 Okay, so if you want to add file pulling here, go to add port option, web method slash file pulling. Click on that particular option, click on submit. Okay, so here we require a package name, so I'm going to click on the designer. Here I'm creating one package, so new package, and give the name as a monitor pkg. Copy this name, control c, finish. Again we are creating one folder, parent folder, control v, then finish. Also we required one service folder, give the name as a flow, and here we are creating one monitoring service, new flow service, get file. Okay, now empty flow got created. So here we not performing any kind of vast logic. We just mentioning the debug log. So once file picked up from source server, your source service, so it automatically this particular service get trigger, and whatever content you mention, yeah, if you mention the debug log, so particular debug log got mentioned to your integration server, yeah, got logged to your integration server. So do one thing, just take one debug log here, and then message you can mention as a file transfer successfully. Okay, then click on OK. Function as it is you can mention as a function only, and we are not looking for any kind of error here in this debug log. So label as a info, click on OK. Click on save and go to integration server. So first we need to understand what is meant by file pulling in web method. Okay, so let me open the particular nodes. So file pulling is a technique used by the integration server to keep a close watch on a specific directory for incoming files. Okay, so whatever directory you mention, okay, in monitoring directory, this particular directory will taking care of the file. So file is coming, file will picked up. After that it will transfer to a work directory, done directory. If any error occur, then file will transfer to your error directory. So those particular things monitoring directory will taking care of with on behalf of your file polling port. And once it done, yeah, once it when file capture, integration server capture the particular file, then particular service will get trigger. Okay, so first do one thing, just refresh the server first, so that you can mention the package name here. So whatever package you created, select the name, then file alias you can mention as a monitor file. Description it's optional, so mention as a monitor file only. After that, this thing also important, like this is things very important, monitoring directory. Okay, so those directory is taking care of monitoring, so you can mention this particular path here. Okay, so first do one thing, just create a folder, monitoring directory folder, give the name as a monitor file. In monitor file also I'm creating one another folder and giving the name as a file transfer. Okay, so this directory will taking care of monitoring. So control C and give the particular path here only, monitoring directory. After that, also you need to do one thing, Click on that particular file transfer, like local disk key, monitor file, file transfer. Here we need to do some settings. Go to properties, attributes, read only, unselect this checkbox, apply and OK. So that you not suffer any kind of access thing or restriction error in integration server. After that, this working directory, completion directory, and error directory. These are things are optional. File name, file age, and content type. Okay. Working directory means once this monitoring directory recognize, yeah, capture the particular file, yeah, pick up the file, it will transfer to your working directory first. If any error occur, it will transfer to your error directory. If it not, then it will transfer to your completion directory. Okay. File name filter optional. If you're looking for a file, only start from ABC, yeah, A, yeah, B, any kind of a letter, yeah, any kind of a extension filter you have, you can mention this extension filter here. After that, file age in second, these things are so optional. Content type, uh, it could be a XML, JSON, flat file, encrypted file, any kind of a file format you have, you can mention as a application slash JSON, application slash XML, whatever it could be. Okay, then allow recursive polling, yes, no. Enable clustering, yes, no. As per your requirement, you can change those things. Log file extension, this is also optional. After that, number of files to process for interval, one file, two file, three file, whatever digit you looking for, you can mention those digits, like those digit number here. After that, run service as a user. Here, administrator, central, default, developer, replicator. So I'm looking for this administrator. So select the particular option. Message processing. This is not optional thing, but obvious we enable this option. Processing service. So go to designer, and this service, once you pick up the file, this service will trigger, and whatever content you mention in your debug log, it will log to your integration server. So Control C and paste it here, the file path, sorry, service path. Right click, copy, and then paste it here. Now another thing, file pulling interval in second, 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, whatever seconds you're looking for, you can mention. So I'm mentioning as a 20 second, and log only when directory available. Changes, yes, no. Directories are NFS, mounted file system, yes, no. So I am keeping as it is, no, no. And after that, cleanup service, this also things is optional. Live project, if you have any kind of a cleanup service, client services you have, you can mention those particular path here. Okay, after that, cleanup patch startup, yes, no. So I'm mentioning as a yes. Cleanup file age optional dates. Cleanup interval optional hours. So cleanup file age is nothing but once you process the file, this particular file will transfer to your done folder. Okay. So if you want to archive this particular folder, your folder file after 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, 2 year. So those particular days, yeah, months, whatever days you're looking for, you can mention the days here, then hours here. This also optional thing. And maximum number of invocation thread, 1 to 10, yeah, like 2, 3, 4, you can mention the digit here. So I'm mentioning as a 1, and then click on save changes. Okay. So access to file uh, polling listener, you must edit the access mode before the port will be usable. So we are creating this port, right? C colon slash monitor file slash file transfer with respect to your 5560 integration server. So access mode is allowed, IP address is allowed, but here this particular file polling access mode is denied. So do one thing, just click on that, and this is setting, set access mode to allow by default. Click on that particular option, and then refresh the integration server. Go to return to port list, and here this particular access mode got allowed, IP access allowed. Okay, so these things is important. Once you like done with your file pulling, save changes. After that, you can come here, check the integration server, all port allowed or not. After that, file pulling, access mode, IP access, everything is fine or not. Then you can do one thing, go to your directory first, refresh it. So this work error and done. We not created, but it automatically created. Why? Because those things you mention in integration server. Click on that file directory. These things, integration server will taking care of those things, working directory, completion directory, and error directory. Now, here we have a file transfer. We don't mention any kind of a file. That's why integration server mentioning the things as unspecified and specified. Okay, so do one thing. Go to directory, file transfer, and monitoring file now. So keep one file here. So what I'm doing, this the file I have. So file, save as. I'm mentioning this particular file path. So go to C drive, then monitor file, then file transfer. Now I'm saving this particular file here only. Give the name as a monitor monitor file. Okay, and then click on save. So here we have this particular file. After 20 seconds, it will check. Like integration server will check. File polling port will check. Like file is available or not. If it is available, then it will like pick it up from here and it will transfer to your work directory first. This is a directory. Okay, so file transfer, refresh it, monitor file, work directory. Let me check on integration server. 20 seconds. Okay, so refresh it. Again, come here and refresh it. Properties, apply, and okay. I think we miss anything, something here. Edit file polling configuration. Click on OK. This thing is, see, message processing. It's no, that's why it's not coming here. Okay, so do one thing, save changes. So automatically, this file polling listener got enable and do one thing. Go to this particular directory and check. So file path you mention as a file transfer. Also check the okay. This thing is correct. File polling, everything is fine. Monitoring file .txt. Monitor pkg, monitor file, c colon monitor file transfer. This thing also correct. Allow recursing, enable clustering, log file extension, number of files. Yes, number of threads, file polling. We can change it's a 30 only, and then click on save changes. Access mode is allowed, IP is allowed, file access is also allowed. Then what is problem here? I'm doing one thing, just creating the like copy this file here, and I'm giving the another path. Let me check. File transfer. Okay, and that particular file I'm mentioning the file here. Okay, and those local disk file transfer, go to properties and all attributes, apply and OK. Now copy this path, Ctrl C, go to integration server, edit file pooling configuration, click on OK. After that you can change the path, Ctrl V, and then save the changes. Here we have a enable to okay, do enable here, and then refresh the page, and now you can check on the particular directory local disk C. Here we like you can see the done, error and work folder. Okay, so in that particular file transfer folder we created this file. So refresh it and check in done folder, the file got saved or not. Okay, I think this file transfer having a not access, that's why this error is coming. So I'll do one thing, click on properties and click on OK. You have chosen to make the file attribute changes and reset read only. Do you want to apply these changes to this folder only, or do you want to apply it to all subfolders and file as well? Then click on OK. Now I refresh these things. Refresh integration server as well, and then go to this path. Okay, so I'm doing one change here. Like first go to directory. Here we have created one directory. Copy this path again. Integration server. Control V. Then enable yes. After that, maximum number of invocation threads 1. Then save changes. Refresh integration server. So after 20 seconds, it will check the particular file is available or not. So go to monitoring file. Here we have a file. Okay, so if in case not like nothing is like any error is not there, then it will directly paste into here, and this file polling is appended here. Okay, if in case anything error is there, then it will directly goes to your error folder. And you can check the logs on integration server. Go to logs, refresh it, so the particular file get moved to your integration server, like particular logs will log to your integration server as well. Okay, so that's all about today's demonstration. I hope you like and enjoy this session. So please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so